Everybody, this is JBClaret here. Wishing you. This is sort of like a Christmas, a sort of a Christmas speech, so to speak. You know, unlike it'll all be down to do with football, really. Anything else? I'd like to hope you had a good day yesterday on Christmas Day. I hope you got. Hope everyone got what they wanted off Santa Claus and all that type of thing. You know, magical day, isn't it? You know, you're waiting for the other 364 days of the year, and then Christmas comes round again. It's always a special time of the year with all your families and stuff. But today, obviously, was Boxing Day. I don't want to go into a negative mood here, but as you all know, I'm a Clarets fan, and I'm very disappointed with what happened at the KC Stadium today. I mean, I'll give Hull City a lot of credit. They outplayed us. I thought they outplayed us for most of the game. I think first 10 minutes we started off brightly, and then we went into our shell. I don't like having a go at Sean Dyche, because he's done, in 2.5 years, he's done fantastic for us in terms of getting us that unexpected promotion. You know, that type of thing, and I don't really have one bad word to say to him. Today I've got several issues. First of all, the team lineup. Why is Ben Mee at left back? I don't think he's a good left back. I think Stephen Ward should have played. Secondly, why isn't Ruben Henning starting? Sam Vokes, he absolutely looks off the pace. He was poor again today. You know, there were certain individuals today, there were certain other individuals who didn't perform enough. I mean, Hull took their goals well. I thought their best player was Sam Glucas, actually. He created the first one for Livermore. Livermore volleyed it in. The second one, that was bad defending, in my opinion. Duffy's looking every bit like 37 years old. He's running out of steam. He's running out of pace. Well, he had no pace to start with. I don't want to knock him, because he's been a loyal servant to us, and you don't get too many loyal servants in the game who care about the club as much as Mike Duff, and he does wear his heart on the sleeve, to be fair. But today, I thought to be in, without being disrespectful, he looks every bit like 37 years old. I thought the back four were pathetic. I mean, Livermore was unmarked on the first goal. Totally unmarked. I don't know who was supposed to be picking him up. They didn't obviously pick him up. And credit to Livermore, it was a great finish. It was a great goal, but the marking was terrible. And as a Burnley fan, I mean, I thought today, up until today, we did have a very good record. I mean, we beat them. I think in the last 3 meetings there, I think we've won each time. I think we beat them in the Championship. We've beaten them twice in Premier League games down in recent years. I think the last time we lost before that day was 2008. That was a game where I think Hull won 2-0, and both teams had 2 players sent off. In what I can remember was a very bizarre game, and that was when Owen Coyle had just taken over at the time. But today we were second best. Apart from the first 10 minutes of the game, we were second best. The only chances I think we created, in the first half towards the end at 0-0 with Joey Barton. I mean, he hit the shot well, but it was easy for McGregor. It was a routine save for the goalkeeper McGregor. It was, regulation catch for him, a regulation save. And in the second half, when we won 1 down, Gray gets a fantastic chance. Maguire can only half flick the long ball in, and you're thinking, right, Gray's going to hit this, he's going to score, and he snatched it. It was, Listen, I love Andre Gray. I think he's been a fantastic player for us already in his short time here. But 1 goal in 6 games. I was listening to the radio. I think Gray needs to improve on his all-round game. It's alright playing on the shoulder of last defenders and that, but he needs to, I think he needs to round his game up a bit more. Another criticism of Burnley today was the substitutions. They should have been made at 1-0. As soon as Liverpool scored, Sean Dyche should have took off Sam Vokes, Dean Marney. I thought the game passed him by today. David Jones should have come on, and I would have placed Vokes with Ruben Headings. The reason why, I think Ruben Headings, since he scored against Cardiff, I thought, right, he's going to get a chance here. He's chomping at the bit. He scored. He's broken his duck. He hadn't scored in the first few matches he'd played. And I thought, right, well, he might get Dyche might give him a chance. He's benched him the last 3 games, which I don't understand. You know, fair enough, we beat Charlton the game before 4-0, but to me that's just papering over the cracks. We're 5th in the league. We should be in the top 2. No disrespect to any of the teams up there. I think I was expecting maybe Middlesbrough, Derby to challenge us this year. I don't think Hull are that good a side, but they wanted it, to be fair though, to Hull, they wanted it more on the day today, and that's, you know, and Sean Dyche has come out and said, well, it's not all yet. Well, I'm sorry, but the playoffs, it's not good enough. You know, we might be a club punching above our weight most seasons. The reason why I'm so annoyed that we're not putting the performances in is that there's, you know, if we can get back into the Premier League, this could set Burnley Football Club up for life. The new television deals that are coming in next season, it's going to be worth billions of pounds. It's going to be in the hundreds of millions of pounds and for a football club like Burnley, that's winning Euro millions 8 times over. Which is why I want us to get top 2. No disrespect to Middlesbrough. I think they've had a good start to the season. They've played some very good stuff, and I expected them to be up there because they are a very good side. Brighton, I don't think they're that good. They've had a good run. They've had a great run under Houghton. He is a good manager, but I think now they've lost key players. I think you'll see them really struggle in the second half of the season. Hull will be there or thereabouts. I mean, if they play anything like that, I mean, they bounced back from a defeat against Rotherham. You know, having said that, Rotherham are a difficult team to beat on their own patch, and we beat them there. So, you know, it is snakes and roundabouts. The Championship is a very funny league, but we should be higher than what we are. I think we should be about 6 to 7 points better off than what we are. And I'm sorry, but playoffs is not good enough. Burnley fans, yeah, there are Burnley fans, cautious Burnley fans about saying, well, playoffs would be good. But I don't want playoffs. I want automatic. I don't want us extending the season. Yeah, it's alright to fancy down Chapman's and Wembley and everything else, but if you don't win the playoffs, what's it all been about? You know, and that annoys me. I don't want us to spend 2 more years in this Championship playing the likes of bloody MK Dons every week. It's not, you know, we've got, for the first time in our lives, money to spend, and I think the board need to get their checkbooks out. I really do. And I'm speaking as a supporter, not a commentator now. I'm speaking as a supporter. Now, as everyone knows on YouTube, I am a commentator, and I want to be, obviously that's my ambition. Obviously, if I did commentate on a Burnley game, I would be impartial. So don't accuse me of being biased. I'm just talking about my own town team. This is a team I've followed since I was a kid, since I was a young teenager. Almost 20 years, man and boy. I want to see us back at the top of the tree where we should be belonging in the Premier League. I do acknowledge that we don't have a divine right, but if we keep putting in substandard performances, and let's be honest, I am desperately trying not to swear here, because obviously this is a family channel, so I don't really want to encourage young kids to swear. That's not my remit at all. But I'm sick to the back teeth for substandard performances. We played poorly so far this season, we've played poorly against Birmingham. We played poorly against Leeds on the opening day. We didn't do good enough against Brighton, even though we drew. Preston, well, you know what I think about the Preston game. They blind robbed us. They bleeding robbed us. The referee just took their side on everything. And they should have had 2 men sent off. Preston we lost. You know, the 4-0 win against Charlton, as good as it was, it has papered over some of the cracks. I think the defence, I think Duffy's a spent force, I'm sorry. I hate to say this because he's a stalwart, he's a club legend. He deserves every accolation he gets for being loyal to our football club. But I'm sorry, to Burnley Football Club, but I'm sorry. Duff looked every bit like 37, 38-year-old today. Hernandez and just murdered him for 90 minutes today. He just murdered him. Keane, is the press speculation about him moving on in January getting to him? I don't know, but I think we have a lack of pace on the flanks. I think if that, and I think we need another striker. So here's what Dyche should bring in. Goalkeeper we're fine. Tom Eaton is superb. We need a centre back. We need a pacey winger. I think that's what we're lacking, and that's all. And the teams are up there. You know, they've got Tom. I mean, you've got Tom Ince at Derby, and this is why Derby are top the league. They've got people like Tom Ince who can run down the flanks and lay on balls on a sixpence. You know, we need one of them. A better central midfielder that will complement Joey Barton, and we need a better striker. At the moment, Sam Vokes is just not cutting the mustard for me, but we'll have to see. I mean, we've got Bristol City at turf. We need to win that game, really, if we really want to be ambitious and keep our top 2 dreams alive. Anyway, enough of griping about Burnley. As for the Burnley career mode, I have got to the World Cup stage, just as an update. But I am uploading the rest of the season at the moment that's ongoing on my game. I've got up to as far, I think, as... I can't remember now. I'd have to check back. But there will be some more videos coming on in the next few days. Hopefully I'll do some fresh commentaries in the next few days. It's just been very manic, what with Christmas and everything else and family being over. And as regards the second career mode with a different club, I just simply haven't got enough hours in the day at the moment. It might have to be in the new year. It's just with a lot of things going on at the moment. I just can't dedicate my time for it at the moment. You know, it is this time of year, friends and family, and always knocking on the door and everything else. And you know, we've got a lot of problems up in here. We've had flooding up here. I'm sure you've seen the news that the northwest of England, especially in my area, Lancashire, where I live, East Lancashire, where we live, has been underwater. Most of it, and Yorkshire as well. So most of North England has been underwater today. But so I'm sort of stranded where we are, but where I am at the moment, so I can't move about. Mind you, the buses aren't running where we are. But having said all that, though, it's just, I don't know. It's just been manic, really. But I did have a good Christmas yesterday. It's just a shame that Burnley couldn't give us any festive cheer on the pitch. But one thing's for certain, Dyche needs to get his finger out, because quite frankly, he needs to look at the timing of his substitutions. You cannot bring players on when the game is lost at 2-0 down. You just simply can't. But I'm going to say no more about it. I've said what I needed to say. I needed to get it out in the open, guys. I couldn't exploit my anger. I can't swear. I don't want to swear. But honestly, you know, I really think we ought to be doing a lot better than what we are. And you know, there should be incentive there to do well. If we can get it back into the Premier League next season, we're going to be set up for the next 20-30 years with this new TV money. Even if we stay again one season, but they need to have a bleeding good second half of the season to pull this one out of the fire. Because I'm telling you, I don't accept performance as a Burnley fan. I do not accept performances like that. No way, I'll say. But that's it from me. Hope you know, despite my rant, I hope you've all had a nice Christmas. I wish you all the best for 2016, of course. There'll be more Burnley career mode uploads in the next few days when I get 5 minutes. But until then, take care and enjoy Match of the Day later on and the rest of Boxing Day. Until then, take care. Ta now.